As an actor, I'm kind of the guy that studies. Like, if you play an alcoholic, you read about it. If you play
hi.
this...
Hello. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Get out of the way.
What would you say, out of all of the moments on the show, is the biggest WTF, like, what is happening here moment for you?
For me, God, what a crazy... maybe for me, and this was many years ago, but playing Lucifer, you know? Yeah, it was like, what do I even do? Like, what do you mean, like play an angel? Like, and he's the devil, but he's in it. So that was a head trip for sure. And Soulless also was kind of a big head trip for me, because you can't really, as an actor, I'm kind of the guy that studies. Like, if you play an alcoholic, you read about it. If you play this...
hello. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Get out of the way. So you can't really, like, research being soulless,
right.
you know? So that was a kind of fun, shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Probably reading The French Mistake. The episode The French Mistake, when we completely broke the fourth wall, started using our real names, and I just remember, they actually called us and they were like, they pitched us the idea. Never once had they ever pitched the actors an idea, because they just tell us what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, I don't want to play myself on TV. Like, that's boring. And I said, as long as I can continue to play Dean, you can call him whatever you want, but I'm not going to stop playing Dean.
Yeah.
And that was the agreement. That's what happened, and I think it made a great episode. But I do remember going like, wow, we are jumping the shark. We're like just flying over the shark.
The French Mistake, and I think that you probably get that answer from everybody. We did this breaking the fourth wall episode where Sam and Dean were playing the characters Jared and Jensen, and there was the character Misha Collins, and they were in a parallel dimension where they were all actors on a TV show, and it was very surreal and totally awesome. And that was, I think, that was my WTF moment, but also one of my proudest moments. That made me feel really proud to be a part of the show, because as far as I know, nothing like that has ever been done on television before. Speaking of which, I just was told that we are now the longest running sci-fi show in the history of television.
That gets a high five.
Doesn't it?
I'm going to raise the roof for you right now.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think the end of season 8 was a rather pivotal time. I mean, for a lot of things that were going on while we had this extraordinary set of scenes in the church, which was just explained so much of the characters. It was the angels falling to earth. It was just like wow, okay, I get it. This is a cool show. And I remember the visual effects guys bringing models, wire model pieces to show us what it was going to look like. And even then, when I saw the finale was like, oh, okay, this is a really cool show.
For me, and this is the episode that we introduced the branch of the family history that was the Men of the Letters, to me, clicked things into place for this show and the mythology, and that in a way that I honestly think that one single thing, story-wise, breathed a whole new life into the show, and so it's not quite the WTF moment you're talking about, but from my perspective, who's got to come up with a story every week, it was my own personal, it was my royally the F moment.
I'll say for me, because I joined this show in season 4, and at the end of season 3, Dean goes to hell. And I think, because I had been hired on the show at that point, and I was like, oh, what's going to happen in the season finale? Oh, yeah, your main character's in hell. I'm like, oh, well, so coming back from that might be a little difficult. So I think that for me was it. But we've, between Demon Dean last season to the Angels Falling, we've had some pretty good cliffhangers. I think the darkness, falls into that. So, that's the goal every year. How do you top yourself? How do you make keep the fans interested? And you're like 11 years in, like it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge, I guess I would say, yeah.
And for more with the cast of Supernatural, click to the left to check out part 1 of the panel, because if you missed it, it is amazing. Or click to the right to get more one-on-one action with the whole cast.